Most people think accounting is just about taxes, calculators, and dusty offices. They think it's like a math problem, but they are wrong. Accounting isn't just about maths, it's about the truth. It's the language we use to track how energy, time, and value move throughout the world. If you don't speak this language, you're basically flying a plane without the dashboard in the front. You might feel like you're flying, but you have no idea if you're gaining altitude or if you're headed for a crash, right? So let's look at the logic behind this dashboard. So you open the Amazon app, you click buy now, and 2 days later, a box appears at the door. Most people my age see that as the full story. Click a button and get a thing. But if you look closer, that box didn't just appear. For that package to arrive at my door, something had to leave your bank account. Something had to move out of a warehouse. While everyone else is focused on what they're getting, they completely miss out on what is moving. In life and in business, every arrival is just the second half of the departure. So, in accounting, we call this a journal entry. It's not just a line in a notebook or in an Excel sheet, it's the logic behind how the world works. It says that nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, happens by itself. Think of it like a seesaw. If one side goes up, the other side has to react by going down, right? We call these sides debits and credits. Now, don't let those words scare you. In the world of journal entry, debit simply means the left side and credit simply means the right side. Every single transaction in the history of the world has at least one of each. If your debits doesn't equal your credits, your seesaw is broken, right? So let's look at a simple example so that you can understand this clearer. A business buys a new laptop for $1,000. We debit the laptop account. When you decrease an asset like cash, you put it on the right because you're giving that value away. The business isn't really richer or poorer at that moment. The value just changed from paper money to a plastic machine. The $1,000 on the left perfectly balances the $1,000 on the right. Now let's take this a step further. What if you don't have the cash? You buy the laptop on credit. You still debit the laptop, you still have the machine, but what is the credit? You didn't give cash, but what you did give is a promise, your promise. This is called a liability. In accounting, when you increase a debt, you credit it, you put it on the credit side. Every time you see a plus, which is a debit in your life, and you need to train your eyes to look for the minus, which is the credit. If you don't see the credit, that's where people get into trouble. They see the flashy car, they see the massive office, but they don't see the massive credit to a bank loan on the other side of the seesaw that is holding it all up. Even when you work at a job, it's a journal entry. At the end of the month, you get your salary, right? You debit your bank account, the money arrives. But what did you credit? You credited your revenue, which is just a fancy word for saying your contribution. You traded 160 hours of your life in that month for a paycheck. If you don't realize that your time is the giving side of that entry, you'll never understand that if that transaction was actually a good deal for you. So most people go through life only seeing what's in front of them. They see the box at the door, but they don't see the system behind that box. When you understand debits and credits, you stop seeing objects and start seeing moments. You start seeing the truth. So, if you want to learn more about accounting, finance, and the logic that actually runs this world, join my class at www.belmans4kids.com. I'll see you there. Bye.